Ok, j'ai commencé.
Counter-Strike 500 FPS,
Nice.
but she doesn't play it.
Okay.
Hello, guys.
Hello, guys. How are you doing, guys?
Simone.
Yeah, now the camera is on. Everything is on. Are you always good, sir? Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Okay. Okay, so for those of you who didn't get the info on Lucky, just looking for the stats, and now we are finally streaming. So today we're going to talk about how to reach 1600 FIDE level, and we will really do it step by step. So I'm very sorry for the delay, a 1 whole hour delay. It is because of two main problems. First of all, it's not my fault, and second of all, we got oh wait, now I see a couple. Now I see a lot of good. Okay, wait, I see 5 great uploads suddenly on YouTube about people that I enjoy looking at. I destroyed this Norwegian level 10 stack. Okay. Normally there are people in the chat at some point, and if not, then so be it. Okay, we can just start. Mm, Okay. Wait, what is happening? I have to go on Discord. Terrible. Okay. So we will start the 1600 masterclass. Okay. Normally it should be working already. But I think it does. Okay. Okay, okay, okay. The masterclass how to reach 1600 FIDE playing strength. Strength. How do you write strength, brother? How do you write strength?
NGTK.
STREEA?
N N N G
STRE?
N G
Yeah.
G T.
Oh. Learn French, guys. Learn French. All right, we have it. Good morning. Strength. 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 Nice. Okay, so normally it should be working. Okay, I'm just waiting just a very short period of time just for the people to arrive. Oh, wait, I made a small mistake. Okay. Okay, so now we finally have that. Let me just change the text just a little bit. Master class. How to reach 1600 FIDE. Okay, I will just rename it. Okay, so normally you should be able to see everything. So today's theme, how to reach 1600 FIDE. Okay, so normally you should be able to see everything. Anglais et merde. The French guy is talking about how great his language actually is. Yeah, that I'm the right guy to do it. Yeah, because I'm not French. Okay. Mm. Still one more coffee because we never know. Let me just prepare today's class with a little bit of, how's it called again? Let me just prepare my the class very quickly, I mean, everything is prepared. It's just that I have to basically invite people because I know that some people wanted to come. If they do not, then then what is Soul for? I'll also just send a group message to the team on Lichess. Okay. Message will be sent. Masterclass how to reach 1600 FIDE level playing playing strength the Okay, perfect. Now we have that. Everything is shared, everything is ready, and we can just start our masterclass. Let me just see who is already in the chat. I see 3 clicks. Should I be playing one tournament game before just to you know see people come and play? I would just play one game then, just so that people eventually join the stream. Hello, Kat plays chess very well. Hey. Okay, and once the masterclass is there and ready to start, then I just want one peak of people to come, play, enjoy, and then we start. Perfect. If you have any questions, by the way, you can already, prepare them. Uh, if you have a piece of paper and pen, just be ready to play. That's it. Okay. Wait. I have usually a much smaller board. Okay. Mm, what's this thing all about? If captures, I just capture back. I will play c3. I will just bring my pieces into the game. And we are basically reaching it. Okay, h3 can't be played anymore. Let me just play d5. c4. He will try to play f5, but then I think that I just have h3, because if bishop h5... Okay, now I can do whatever I want, actually. Okay, the king is slightly weak. He plays very well, but a little bit too fast, in my opinion. Um, he wants h5, which is a little bit a problem. I would just try to open the king up. Yeah, and if I manage to take and play f4, open the lines up, we're basically having it. This is funny because I think that this game should be still on the starting board position. Really? Oh my. Then I have a small problem. Yeah, this is a good way of starting the... Yeah, actually, it's even worse. You don't see anything. Yeah, terrible. Sorry for that. Let me just... Okay. Then I'm going to play knight f3. I think that this game should be in the masterclass, actually. Not because of what I'm going to do, because it doesn't matter if I win or lose. It's not the point. The point being that there are a couple of of good plans, of good things that I recognized that I had to recognize that I recognized. Yeah, I will just play bishop b2. And now I think I can just play f4. If you capture, then I just... Okay, I think that I can even just capture, and go knight f3, but I prefer to play knight f3 now. Yeah, if he captures, then I just capture back. So we have it. Okay. I will play king h2, even though it's pretty dangerous because he might play bishop d6. But it doesn't matter because we are falling back into a theme that is called blockading. Um, Now, should I play this? I don't like that. Let me just play knight f3. I should have played knight f7 maybe. And now I'll just start pushing those pawns. He's never going through with this pawn, sitting there. Okay, I will play that. Oh, nice. Okay, he resigned any idea, any envy of playing this position. Whatever he thought was good, Antoine Tough. Okay, that's a French player. How do I win this? I want to checkmate. It's hard to prevent this mate, so he didn't prevent it. Nice. GG's. Okay, perfect. We can just start the masterclass then. I think everything works. If everything works, then we basically have it. Perfect. Okay. Okay. Hello, Vance. Hello, everyone. If you're ready, we can start the masterclass. Nice. So if you're ready, we can just start the masterclass. This makes me just change the name because the name is pretty important. How to reach 1600 FIDE level. Chess lesson. Okay. This is now improved. The title is changed. Everything is changed. Whatever had to be fixed and changed is and are changed. We can just start. Okay. So normally you should be able to see everything. I will just go back to the analysis board. Normally you see everything as you do. Okay, I will just prepare now every single position individually, and we have it. Okay, so now if you're ready, you can just take out a piece of paper. We are having absolutely everything, and we can just start. Um, oh no, really? And now Lichess is broken? I have the best day of my life. No internet in France, no mobile phone, no nothing for a couple of hours. I missed a lesson today in the morning, just to tell you. And now we're there. Okay, now it should be working again. Okay, great. So now we have everything. Okay, let's start with this very first position. Okay, you should be able to see absolutely everything. Yes, you are. Okay. So the chessboard will be a little bit smaller than, I mean, no, actually I don't have to put it smaller. Okay, the camera has to be put it that way though. Okay. Okay. By the way, my t-shirt is breaking the whole time, is breaking the whole time. But now everything should be, yes, actually I didn't realize that you could see just how fat my mic actually was. This is impressive. Okay. Okay. So now we have it. Everything works. We can just start. Okay. If you're ready, we can start the masterclass. This is funny that suddenly we are only four, even though this is funny because I sent a message to everyone involved, and even though I was late, people told me, "Yeah, we'll be right back," because we were okay. Pretty funny. Okay, actually, I need a minute because okay, we had seven registered players at the masterclass. I told them, okay, this will be held on YouTube, etc., on and so on. Now, sure, we are late and so on, but still, they were all aware. They all told me no problem. They had to join the stream. Suddenly, they're not there anymore. Hmm. Okay, can you type me a message in the chat? Maybe the people that I'm looking for are already in the chat. Can you eventually write one if you listen actively to what I'm saying? Ooh, one, okay. Okay, this is good. And then three people, and I don't know who they are. This is great. So, we don't stream for a day, and I also realized that when I was streaming, I mean, it's in the worst case, let's just start. People will come, run away, stop, train, not train, doesn't matter. Okay, okay. So let's just start. Okay. So when it comes to chess, there is this factor. Okay, we'll just start recording, and this will be also a lesson for the, for the thing. Okay. Okay. So we can finally start the masterclass on how to reach 1600 FIDE level in playing strength. So this is now the thing. When you are playing chess, there is this moment that is called the opening, this moment that is called the middle game, and of course the third part that is the end game. In, each part of chess, so every single one of, of those aspects of the opening, middle game, and end games will be reached in your games. Now, the way you train them is very simple. Like in other sports, you do some isolated exercises. For example, you do some opening work, you do middle game work, and end game work. What does it mean? It doesn't mean that you can be good in the opening and then be bad in the middle game. No, it means that you have to be having the same level in an overall pace, if it makes sense. In the sense that I don't want to be playing like a beginner at the opening and then playing like a super grandmaster in the middle game and in the end game. I mean, even though I might eventually sometimes win or lose or whatever, I don't want it to be happening. Also, why doesn't it happen? It doesn't happen because when you are playing an opening, you don't know the opening if you don't know what is your plan in the middle game. I will show you a plan very, very strictly. When I'm playing e4 and my opponents go, for example, for c5, and then I play, oh, Lichess is still broken, nice. And well, yeah, Lichess is still broken actually, exactly like today in the morning. No, this is impossible. No. No, anyway, when you go, let me just open up the analysis board then. Doesn't matter. Okay, when you play if, yeah, do you see the message? Lichess is broken. Let me just turn off the extension. Okay, let me just turn off the extension. This is just, oh no, it's working. Okay, c5. No, it's still broken. My goodness. And let me just see it. Okay, so e4, c5. Really? No, Lichess is completely broken. Let me just go check a game that I played. I will try to analyze the games. No, I can't move. I simply can't move. No, Lichess is simply broken. Is it serious? Is it seriously doing what I think it's doing? Okay, I could eventually use. Oh my goodness, I blundered. Oh, I will never know what I blundered. F4, a king f8. Bishop g4 was a mistake. Here I had to play whatever. Really? Is it so broken? Yeah, I can't move anymore. Okay. And the chat is not working, no one is reacting. It feels like we are having I'm having the day of my life. Nice. Nice. The stream is there. Everything should be there and ready. Okay. If it's broken, it's broken, yeah? Okay, I will still. Okay, and I don't want to be using chess.com because I want this thing to be there. But what is why should it be broken? Hmm. Greatest day of my life. And can I still play a game? Let's just try a random game against a guy. Can I still play? No, I can't play. Or what? No, I can still play games. Okay, so people that are still playing games, by the way, you can check that. Those players are simply not analyzing the games. Okay, okay, let me just wait a minute then. Kurczę, ja to jest popierdolone, ty. Ajajaj, this whole masterclass that is never going to take part, or what? The analysis board doesn't work. But it also explains why I lost. Yeah, no, the analysis board simply do not work. Yeah, it's just terrible. I'm very sorry, guys. Yeah, are you still in the chat, by the way, or am I just lagging no internet connection? Or should we just yeah, should we just go on Discord? No, the problem is that I do not have an analysis boards, which doesn't help when you're trying to still have no lag for me. Yeah, so it's really that's just a Lichess issue. Mm, I love it. Okay, this guy is playing pretty well. Let me just play knight g4, trade the knights off. Would playing a game against a viewer where you direct them to play certain move work? I mean, it would, especially since since it's not an isolated work, but it's really a whole methodology share. It's a whole understanding of patterns share. It would actually work. We could be doing that. Actually, analyzing my own games would be working as well, because when everything would be working as well. But the problem is that I want to show some very specific things that are that are really missing to players. No, Lichess simply doesn't work. Broken website. Chesscom is 1,000 times better. And no message, no nothing. Um, Hello, Chili Star. Oh yeah, we're playing like it's a like it's a like it's a classical or what? I don't want to be playing a super long game. I mean, yeah, GG. Well played, GG. Okay, now can I analyze the boards? Because the games just last too long. No, I already can't. I move two pieces and that's it. I don't know if you see me clicking, but I can't move. Oh my freaking goodness. So we have such a day where everything just collapses? If you need me as Gonna P, I can do that. I mean, we could, I mean, it's sure, we can do something close to that, but no, that's not what okay. So what's funny is that I should have used the game from today in the morning. Okay, so basically, let me just put it that way. I have a solution. Oh my goodness, I have a solution. Okay, look at what I'm about to do. I will go on Canva. Be careful. I will go on Canva. Okay, it's good that this is live and recording because on Canva you can actually create. Yeah, you can actually create. Okay, let me just show you because I think that. Okay, I can actually. Wait a second. Wait, because you can actually program on Canva, and I don't want to be. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Wait a second. We can actually create. Can I do it on on the computer though? I think that I can do that on. Hmm. Wait, why can't suddenly I can do that online? But like, okay, wait. Let me just create a website, and then I will have the tool inside. I just need 1 second because I know how it works on the phone. It's just that I have never done that before on a real chessboard. I want to create. Exactly. I would like to. Give me just 1 second. It will take me less time to create my own chessboard rather than. No, so why can't I do that on the computer? This is just impossible. What the hell is happening? Well, remember that I created something real close to that. I just don't want to leak anything because I will leak a couple of things. Actually, let me just not go too down there. Uh, okay, there are some tools. Exactly. So now we have it. It is somewhere here. This one projet. I think that's the thing. Yeah. Yeah, when it comes to AI generating, we do have AI coding. Kurwa mać, to jest popierdolone, ty. To jest pojebane. I'm using this tool the whole time. How come? Don't you have it on the computer? I have this thing on my phone, Canva phone, and I can maybe just do it on my phone. It's just impossible. Oh my, I will have to do it. See, Lichess, you're so broken. I would actually ask for the streamer thing on chess.com. Lol. Yeah, nice. Is it also broken for you guys? Hi, who are you? I'm just a trainer that is trying to finally, teach chess, and I can't because everything. Our Canva is also lagging. No internet connection. Kurwa, are you streaming now? Yes, I am. If I can call it streaming. Yes, I am. If we can call it streaming. Yeah, so that's basically how things are going. Hey, I'm 1969. Yeah, so just run away. It's not the right thing to do. But basically, you can still learn a lot of things. Kurwa mać, to jest popierdolone. I live such in a shit country that I can't have internet connection whenever I need it to, even though it's my work. Yo, Loris. Hello. I know who you are, Terminator. I know who you are, Terminator. Great. So I'm basically having this masterclass right now where I'm basically teaching chess on how to read 1600. Let me just show you how it goes. Um, I'm moving to pieces, and then Lichess just breaks apart. Yeah, and oh wait, can I move the pieces now? Oh, I can't. And even when I'm turning Lichess tools off, yeah, and then I'm restarting absolutely everything, look, Lichess is just completely broken. And I can't do anything with that. And I tried a couple of things, and I'm just trying to find this Canva tool of creating. Ah, yeah, now we have it. Code. I think that's it. Yes, that's it. Oh, finally found that. Okay, ok. Créer un échiquier d'analyse pour te simplifier le code, mets les pièces en calque sur l'échiquier afin de ne pas créer de bugs visuels sur l'échiquier lors du mouvement des pièces. Nice. So we have that. Now I'm basically creating a fucking analysis board I got from 1800 to 1900 by playing Loris and Blitz a whole night. Really? Yes, we did. Actually, we did. That is great. Okay, I don't know what to answer to you, my friend. I hope you become a big YouTuber one day. Thank you. Great. So let's just see what how broken French things actually are. I'm currently asking Canva AI to code me a usable chessboard. I'm facing a 1600 classical FIDE rated, but I have struggled facing 1800, 1900 players. Can you tell me more? Can you tell me some good chess tips? My whole YouTube channel is full of tips for players that are extremely good. My whole chess website is, I mean, chess, YouTube channel is for players that are rated between 18 and 2100. Always try to create some good quality content, but I realize that people are missing simple tactics. So I'm just doing, the thing for you. Yeah. And I'm basically having this analysis board. Uh, yeah. And now I will be using a analysis board. Yeah. And now, yeah. Great. Okay. Okay. Let me just use this code. Okay. So I'm still using Lichess though. If everyone is asking, I'm still using Lichess. You know, so that's just how it goes. Perfect. So now the website is working. Let me just add some text. Lichess forever, my friends. Okay, let me just put this white. Okay, and I think it is now time for us to analyze. Perfect. Now wait, let me just publish this website. Wait, let me just publish this website. Okay, so now we have that. Oof, crazy, crazy. This is what I have to do, guys. I have to create my own chess website with my own analysis boards to teach chess. Come on. And it will still not be enough. Okay, okay. Now I'm on my website. Perfect. So now everything should be working. I just hope it is. I'm still having leeches in the background in case there's and not anything wrong. Okay. So now normally you should be able to see absolutely everything. Can you see everything? Let me just move a little bit the chessboard. This is some ghetto chess teaching. My goodness. This is really what I'm currently doing, guys. Okay, wait, let me just do this that way. The camera goes up there. Okay, masterclass, how to reach 1600. I'm very close to just keep using this sport forever. I haven't tested yet. It's time. Okay, is it working? Are you ready, guys? Are you ready? Need to reposition the board a bit more. I think that's good. There we go. Perfect. Okay. No, it's fine for me. Perfect. If it's fine for you, let me just test just the chessboard. Okay, I will just have to be a little bit careful. Can you capture? Yes, I can capture things. Perfect. Perfect. And I can. Perfect. Okay, we can finally start. Okay, guys. Can I draw arrows? No, I can't. Okay. This is even better. Okay, we will finally start this chess masterclass, and I'm going to record. It had to start at 11 o'clock, so that everyone knows. Okay, we can finally start. Hello everyone, I hope you're doing well. We will finally start this chess masterclass. Of course, if you're in the chat on YouTube, just subscribe and you see everything. And asking your questions, we will just do it step by step. All right. So an opening is based on three factors. The openings are based on bringing your pieces out, being ready to play the middle game at any moment, and then also know the first steps of the middle game. Why am I talking about that? Because I see a lot of players that are basically playing an opening. Let's just say, for example, they play e4. Black goes, for example, e5. They play knight f3, knight c6, bishop c4, and they just play some sort of, you know, some opening, some chess, whatever. And then when someone plays something against them, let's just say d6, oh no, but this is no longer a move that I know. I bought my Chaseable course and I know that this is a move, but I don't know it. And the Chaseable course actually don't really talks about this move at all. And this is something that happens when you forget about one mental aspect of the game. Your opponents can be dumb. Your opponents can be the worst chess players ever, but you will never know about that before the game starts. It feels like a joke, but this is a very important step. Be ready, once you don't know what chess is all about, to just switch your mindset. Okay, it is now the middle game. It is now for me time to calculate. Now, what is calculation all about? Let's just say now we will just put back the initial position on the board. I will show you a game that I played billions of years ago. So this is a game that I played in Luxembourg, and every single player that another game, because I have some students in the chat, and I showed you a position that I played once, once already. Um, Let me just show you another position, e4. Okay, I will show you the position. This is now very interesting. So captures, knight c6, queen e3, knight f6, bishop d2, bishop e7, knight f3, d6, castles, f4. Okay, knight g4, queen e1, uh, uh, d5. Okay, no, not d5. I think it was something. I don't know. h4. Yeah. Oh no, no. Please, chessboard. Trust me. It's okay. Okay, h4, a4. Okay, this is now a position that I already got. If those of you who are playing the same opening as me maybe already saw a very similar looking position. So in this position, I have a couple of moves that can be played. I can play, for example, pawn h3. Now, what is pawn? Please do work, please. Okay, what is pawn h3 all about? So pawn h3 is attacking the knight. Yeah. So of course, I have to check what happens after pawn h3 if the knight just moves away. I have to, because if I don't, then the knight can just stay there forever and it's just a small problem. But now, when I'm playing h3 and the knight is getting attacked, of course, the very first thing that I have to check is what happens if my opponent saves the knight. Before checking and looking for sacrifices, before looking for in-between moves, the very first thing I have to be sure about is what happens if the knight moves away. Because what happens if, for example, the knight moves away and I can win the game? Who knows? Maybe it can eventually happen. But why am I specifically starting with this knight movement? Because let's just say the knight moves back on f6, and this is just now an overall rule. Yeah, the chessboard is completely broken for those of you who are in the chat. Yeah, the knight moves away. Now this knight is on the new square, but this is something that I could have seen prior, before playing h3. And it's just, and the fact that I can potentially have this very clear track of what is going to happen with this knight, this already gives me a line to follow. Now, this is an example that I'm using very often. When you're playing poker and you know exactly what your opponent has in his hands, then guess what? You can win absolutely every single round because you know exactly what to do. This is important. You have a very clear track on the board. You know exactly, I will repeat it one more time, you know exactly what to do. When you calculate in chess, it is the same. You're looking for those moments that you can basically trust. You're looking for those moments that you can basically go ahead and keep calculating. Here, after knight f6, the knight is on f6, it gives me a new clear position in my mind. Of course, I cannot control my opponent madness, and if my opponent wants to just go a4 and attack me with his pawn, he can. But I can't control that you know but I have to check first what happens if the knight moves away. Sure, when you will get better and better, stronger and stronger, you will eventually, without with ease, you won't even have to think actively about calculating anymore, and you will just check a4 because it doesn't cost you any energy. But for the moment, you're not strong enough, with all respect, to keep calculating everything the whole time, keep adding some new sidelines. This capacity of adding new lines, sidelines, new forcing moves, those in between moves that are creating threats, you know actually evaluating a threat a little bit, a little bit overrating a threat, underrating a threat. Those are things that you will learn to dose with time and practice and experience. But before that, you have to be actively thinking about what happens when I'm attacking the knight and my opponent simply moves the knight back. Moves the knight back on f6. Is it understandable? Sorry, man, got to go. Yeah, I know. Somehow, this is really the peak of today's content. For those of you who are on YouTube and that weren't there on the stream or didn't get anything on the Discord, sorry for you. Some elite ball knowledge will be required in 5 years when the channel will be known. But okay, does everything make sense until now? In the worst case scenario, everything will be on YouTube again. Okay, if everything makes sense until now, we can just keep going because this is what calculation is all about. So I created a threat. I have to check what happens if my opponent defends himself against the threat. Yeah, and this is, for example, this is really chess. This is really the type of chess you should be able to have with ease. Then, of course, if you're missing some brilliant moves in the middle because your opponent just outplayed you, this is chess. You have to accept. You have to tell yourself, all right, he deserved the win. He deserved to basically get this advantage out of me and win the game. This is really what this thing is all about. For those of you who aren't aware, Lichess was completely broken. I'm in France. I got no internet, and from 9 a.m. to almost 12, and I had to create my own chess website because Lichess is completely broken. Let me just show you. This will make some sense. Maybe the Lichess Analysis board is back. No, it's again broken, and I can't move anything. So I still love Lichess. Please keep showing that I'm streaming. Please keep showing that I'm streaming. Lichess forever, my friends. Perfect. Okay, let's just keep going. So right now, after knight f6, I have a couple new positions to calculate. Here, for example, I have pawn e5, which attacks the knight on f6 with the pawn. Of course, when I play e5, I'm creating something that is called attention. What is attention all about? Attention is when something can be captured by another piece. After e5, my pawn can be captured by a pawn. Of course, I have to check what happens if he actually wins the pawn. Why? Because this is giving me a very clear track and I can keep calculating out of this first move. Of course, then if I realize, okay, actually it's just dumb because the rook suddenly is super active along the d file, then so be it. This is the thing. But still, I have to check it. Then if I realize, okay, actually I can just capture back, the knight moves back, I'm sorry, the knight moves back, and now I don't know, I have something on the d file, then I will simply have something on the d file, I will calculate that, and I will identify the pattern. Now if I don't, then I simply don't, so be it. Okay, let me just put back some pawns on the board. Okay, I will just put back a pawn on e4. Perfect. The knight goes back on f6. Perfect. Okay. Now, e5 is a threat, yeah? Now, how do I know I should be calculating forcing moves? What is basically the signal that is being sent to me to let me know that, okay, now it's time for me to calculate? And this is the real difference between someone that is not 1600 and someone that is 1600. In chess, we have something called weak signals, yeah? So a weak signal is basically, you have a king that is open. So I'm looking for forcing moves. So checks, threatens, and captures around the king of the zone. The king of zone, the zone of the king. The second weak signal or second weakness, if you prefer, are basically unresolved tensions. If something can be captured by a pawn or can be captured by a piece, and those two pieces are basically staring at each other, two pieces can basically capture each other. Like right now when I'm playing e5, the pawn on d6 can potentially capture my pawn on e5. So this is an unresolved tension. So I have to calculate that. Why? Because if I happen to be resolving the tension and you suddenly lose, and come on, this was just avoidable. Just open your eyes. Now, this is really what this thing is all about. Let me show you another example. Let's just say that I play e4, black plays e5, and I play d4, and black plays d5. Both sides will have to check what happens if there is a capture on e5 or a capture on d4, or what if I capture on d5 so he captures on e4. Every single side will have to do this work. Both sides will have to check this line and calculate that. Why? Because you have a lot of unresolved tensions in the center. Now, this is not extremely hard what I'm talking about, but this is the right methodology. This is the right thing. If you do not have this logic in mind, whatever you will train, whatever you will do, will be completely useless. Does it make sense? I really have, this really has to be clear. And I know that I have a Ghetto chessboard. Yes, okay. There are still a couple of people in the chat. I'm surprised. If everyone can follow out of this paper and sticks chessboard that that I just coded. Okay, if everything makes sense, then we can simply don't be lazy and not calculate. Exactly. But also, what to calculate? You calculate when there is a tension. And now, many chess players, and now this is now the transition, because now I'm going to tell you why people are weak at chess, and I basically telling you that people eventually come out of it. And then I will also explain the sense of having a coach, because some people will eventually not understand. Okay, but since chess is so simple, why do I need a coach? Or why shouldn't I need a coach or whatever. Okay, chess players are blind. I will show you a game that I saw yesterday. I will show you a game that I saw yesterday. So white played e4, black played d5, white captured on d5, and the queen captured on d5. Okay. White went knight c3, the queen went on a5. Okay, so everything works until now. And in this position, white played the move knight e5, pre-move. Okay. Whatever. Pre-moves happen, mistakes happen. It's okay. It happens. But here to play with the black pieces did something absolutely crazy. He went for he went for bishop f5, which is bringing the bishop into the game. Good idea, right? But who cares about your good idea? When there is something concretely winning and or losing on the board, you shouldn't be having ideas. You should be going for the raw lines. You really just calculate forcing moves. Now, how do you explain the queen that could be captured, the queen that was capturing the knight the whole time, but the queen didn't capture it? How do you explain that? I will tell you the thing, you don't. You simply don't. You don't. This guy was completely blind. This guy is just completely blind. And there are plenty of reasons on why people are blind when playing chess. It's not a skill issue. It is not a skill issue. You know what is a capture, my friend. You played the Scandinavian. You know what this thing is all about. But people are basically blind. And I'm explaining it now so that you understand that being 1600 is not hard. Being 1600 is not hard because this methodology in the middle game of calculating forcing moves is your good to go. Then of course you have to train that, and only then do you have to actually work on openings, endgames, etc., etc. Although endgames, we will talk about the subject. I will be talking 10 minutes about endgames. But okay, if everything makes sense until now, let's just keep going. So this guy is just completely blind. The blindest dog on earth. How does it impact you, who already know how to move, who already knows how to move pieces and so on and so on? If you're blind, it means that you are maybe not thinking actively during the game. When your opponent plays a move, you should be that seriously looking at the board and looking for the changes. You shouldn't be looking at the board like, oh, he just played that move. I mean, I'm aware he played the move, so I'm aware. No, you're not aware. When you're not actively thinking about what happened a few moves prior, what is going to happen in a few moves, then you will basically miss a lot of things. And not only will you miss simple captures, back and forth, also you will simply not be able to follow through with then serious calculation. You're simply not there. This capacity of being blind, this is something that people really, really, do not get. I very often, I very often talked with adults that were basically not having any inputs of life, not understanding a lot of things, and this is all right, and being bad at chess doesn't mean that you don't understand anything at life. This is not the point. The point being that sometimes I'm talking with people, you're just surprised that they're still alive. Sometimes you're really getting surprised by how limited people are. And once you realize, okay, I don't want to be this guy anymore, you just start making changes. It is the same with a chessboard. When you realize, okay, I don't want to be the blind guy anymore, what do? You just open up your eyes. It feels like nothing. But this 1600 will really be determined by how often do you see concrete stuff or not. Yeah? Being blind either comes from not caring enough. I don't want to be not being smart enough, but this is a reality. Sometimes you have people, especially kids, that are not smart enough to think actively about something. This is all right. I'm not talking like they are redacted or anything, but they are definitely not smart enough to understand that you shouldn't be just pushing the door, that you have to really open the door first and then push it. And this is normal. And this is just more of a you know self-development thing. But like, come on, at some point you have to do something and just think actively about what you're doing. Like, life is hard. Just think actively about stuff. So a piece that is hanging in one move, this is just a signal to you. Okay, I am not doing what I should be doing. This is not good. Okay, it is important. I said what I had to say. Let's talk now about strategy. Okay, so if you got my point until now, you should be realizing a thing. And what you should be realizing is the following. So we are basically forced to play a certain type of position when we are playing a certain opening. Yeah. For example, when I'm playing e4, I will play positions with a pawn on e4, or but mainly a position with a very simple development like that. Then pieces will come out, not necessarily the Italian or anything, but I will get a very fast development. If for example my opponent plays after e4 plays knight f6, and then I start to play this strict line of the other kinds of defense, I won't get the same strategical and positional themes that I would be getting if I played d4 on the first move and we played a Queen's Gambit or King's Indian or whatever. It has to be understood. Strategy is fully based on the positions that you are getting in your games. Now, how do I get better at chess? How do I learn about those every single strategical patterns? Like, okay, I have the outpost, I have anything. This is now why we have coaches. So back in the days when you had, for example, Homer, I'm talking about the philosopher, so Homer Simpson, and he was basically, you have Plato, you had so many people. You had to work with them when you wanted to develop yourself on a couple of subjects, life subjects, the goal of your life, eventually the forms of discussing, the forms of of visualizing things. But this will only be doable because those guys lived more than you did, and they were able of putting words on some natural things in a more clearer way than you ever could and that you will ever be able to do. And this is always why you had to work with a philosopher to deepen your understanding of life, etc., etc. You basically wanted to paralyze the other, and instead of living through and then putting your own words on stuff, you needed someone else's words. Okay, we still have it nowadays. We have you know we have homeschool teachers, so we basically have the same things nowadays. Now, in chess, it's exactly the same. At some point, you will have to play a lot of games, learn your from your own mistakes, analyze your own games. And back in the day, people without engines, they were analyzing their games alone and they were just trying to be creative. Okay, but what if I actually had this and this and that? And then they will just think that they have something, realize that they do not, or realize that they have, and whatever the right answer, whatever, if it doesn't matter, regardless of if it was correct or wrong or whatever, they would just keep playing a new game, retry the same subject, and just realize, okay, actually, I tend to have this type of things working and this type of things not working. Let's just stick to what works. Nowadays, we can do the exact same thing, the exact same thinking process on our own. We do not need, although thanks to the engines, we do not need to rediscover the strategical patterns, and we do not have to ask ourselves questions the whole time. We can simply ask the engine. And people that are not honest with you will just tell you, yeah, you can just use the engine. The engine is also talking a lot about strategy, but it's just that it's hard they're half wrong and half right, as always. The engine is showing you what to do. The engine is showing you, the way you should be positioning your pieces. Then you can try to play a couple of games against the engine. Then you will just see how the engine is basically killing you, and you just learn strategy out of nowhere just because you practice those lines with the engine, right? It feels odd the way I'm saying it, but this is how it goes. You simply have a position, you test it out with the engine, even though you could have tested those things out with a human being or with yourself, a couple of years ago when we didn't have engines, and you get better strategy. So let's just go back to the question: what is the need for a coach for? The coach basically makes you win a lot of time. Imagine you have to sit down 10 hours on a game just to understand the strategical pattern, even though you could have done that in 10 seconds with a trainer. This is also the reason why when you're a trainer, shout out to every single chess trainer in the world, and not only trainer, coaches and whatever, giving 1 hour long lessons is a little bit a problem because the student can just learn the exact same thing in 10 minutes. Saying that, okay, I'm giving you 1 hour lesson and we're training this 1 hour for knowledge is a little bit wrong. Sometimes I'm still doing it, but this is just wrong because the student can also feel it. After 30 minutes or 10 minutes, every single pattern that were unsolved, that were unknown to the guy, are basically in his head after 10 minutes. And the value remains the same. The value of a lesson remains the same at 10 minutes as in 1 hour, you know? So that's just the thing. And also if you want to work with someone for an hour long or 2 hours long, what I'm also doing is that you can just play training games with someone, the game ends, you beat him, and then you just show him, yeah, here you made a mistake. Yeah, here eventually you were slightly better, but you did see this pattern, this pattern, this pattern. Let's try it again. We try to reach the exact same position, then we try to play from there. And this is a much, much more and much better way to teach chess to anyone. Just spit the shit out of him, help him to get better, explain to him why he lost, and he learns exactly what we're doing nowadays. Nowadays, when you're having a trainer and you are trying to learn from strategical patterns, you ask him questions, you get better with him, then you play with him, you lose against him, and you learn. It's done. 10 minutes. And those 10 minutes are as valuable as a 1 hour session. And those 1 hour sessions with good trainers usually are as good as losing one or two chess tournaments. Imagine you play a chess tournament. You pay around 600 to 1,000 euro per tournament. So you lost two. Just for the dramatical effect, I would just say that you lose completely two chess tournaments. So you pay 2,000 euros, yeah? And you learn a couple of things from those games. Okay, sure. What if actually you had spent 10 minutes with a guy, and instead of paying 2,000 euros and losing two tournaments badly, you just pay like 30 euros in 10 minutes, sure, and then you get this knowledge you will have won, with those 2 hours, I'm sorry, with those two tournaments that were completely messed up. It's just a matter of how you value, the way you just value things. Yeah. Okay. So let's go back to the general question: how do you learn strategy with someone? Ah, or you don't want to do it with anyone, you just stay on your own and you just test it out with the engine, spend those hours, spend this whole time. This is how you do it. But you have to stick to one opening repertoire, lose or win or whatever you do in your games. Test it out with the engine, just see how the pieces is positioning his own pieces, and you learn strategy. Oh, this was tough. Okay, is the Lichess board working again? No, it's not. I'm just testing the Lichess board because now I would like to show a couple of games. No, it's not working. Come on, Lichess. Oh, okay. Does everything make sense until now? Yeah, analyzing your own games helps you learn by heart, not quite. What analyzing your own games help you with is basically openings. If you want to get better at openings, yeah, and you need something clear, you need the right way, you need your way to feel good in your own games. And sure, you can analyze them, for hours and hours and hours. But what if you could actually do the same thing, s- you know, s- keep this time for something else, for example, living, and then you just learn the exact same thing in 10 minutes, you know? This is now a little bit the thing. When my parents were, for example, younger, so my parents are basically from Poland. you have this, you had some, you know, piano teachers and whatever teachers. And story of my parents, long story, doesn't matter. But basically, at some point, they were in Poland, yeah, and you, and they had some piano teachers, and those piano teachers, they would just tell you, okay, we start at this time, let's say 6 a.m. And then you will never know when the lesson ends. So the lesson can end at 19 o'clock, 18 o'clock, or it can end in 10 minutes, just depending on the themes that were basically ready to be taught, and then on how fast you would actually learn them. If someone tells you you need more than an hour to learn something, one specific pattern, then maybe you are not putting enough effort into learning those patterns on your own. And this is basically how it goes in the music world. This is also something that I was doing when I started teaching, because for me it was, of course, natural. This is the way my parents taught me piano. This is the way I started teaching stuff. Basically, I had, my very first students a couple of years ago when I was unexperienced and I didn't understand how things look like nowadays. I would basically just start a lesson with them. It was like, I don't know, 10 euro, the 10, 15 euro the hour, uh, back in the day. And I would just tell them, okay, we start at this time. Okay, sure, we do an hour. And I was like, what do you mean we do an hour? No, it depends. If you're numb, if you're completely dumb, then we will have to take like 4 hours. You know. And then I told them, yeah, but I mean, it depends. We can do an hour, but what if you need two? I told them, um, yeah, but I don't have time for more. And this is just, what do you mean you do not have time for more? Sure, 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 sure. But we're meeting at 18 o'clock, 19 o'clock. You want to get better. I have the tools to help you get better. What do you mean? And by the way, for Terminator that is in the chat, hopefully you're still in the chat. One of my very first students was, for example, was. So I had a couple of students that I sadly do not have the right to tell their names. Maybe I have the right to, but I shouldn't be. I should be asking again. But basically, one of my students was Karina. Uh, yeah, which you probably know, Terminator. And when we first met, my fees were pretty low. Let's put it that way. And I was, it wasn't my chess school yet. There was basically nothing from whatever I created right now. No chess school, no authors working at my company, nothing. Um, Basically we were meeting, and then suddenly the lesson would just last 2.5 hours, or 2 hours, 2.5 hours. Sure, so be it. And this is how it started. Yeah, and also I was just dropping value the whole time, like I'm still doing, but now it's just more structurized. Anyway, so we have this everything. Now you know a lot more about strategy, middle game, strategy in the middle game. Now you know more about calculation. Now it's time to see how to train calculation before working on openings. So you go on Lichess, puzzles, and to train calculation, you start solving those puzzles. My goodness, start solving them, because calculating will never hurt you. 1600, if you want to be 1600, you do not need to be the best at calculating. You don't even need to be rated 3000 ELO in calculation or anything. Just train them every single day. Your exercise, when your training plan should look like that. 80% calculation exercises, 20% playing and analyzing. So 10% playing, 10% analyzing. And that's really it. For 16, 17, 1800, if you're just a calculation freak, you will just reach your goals with ease. Come on, guys, with ease, with ease. I'm surprised, by the way, that when I'm teaching stuff, we are like not so many people in the chat. Then when we'll be organizing this simul, we will be like 30 again. But okay, I think that simuls just work a lot better. Now you know how calculation works. Of course, I won't get too deep into the details. Let's just keep going. Okay, openings. Openings. Hopefully I can do that. Okay. When you are playing, and now I will take a couple of positions and a couple of things that are usually in my thing. A couple of messages. I will only take the openings of people that are actually in the lesson right now, and we will take a look at some openings. So let's just say, for example, we talk about the Elekein's defense. So when we're having the Elekein's defense, how should you actually be training the Elekine? Of course, you play your games. I will just turn around the chessboard. Yes, this feature actually works. You should be, oh my goodness, you should really be playing those games. The game ends, and let's just say that, for example, right now, someone plays when you play d6, which is the main move of the Elekine. Someone plays against you the move f4, and you don't know what to do. Yeah? Either you keep playing until the end and you fight for a win or whatever, or you just pick up a move and for example, you take, for example, white captures back. For example, let's just say it is the move you decide to play, and then you play c5, which is, by the way, I think still theory. E6, bishop f5, and this is more or less all I know. But this guy surprised you with f4, you pick up line, you choose it, whatever. Win, lose, you end your game. You go back to the analysis board and you just improve the very first move that turned out to be a mistake. So let's just put this fresh new position on the board. Yeah, so f4. And now, after f4, if you realize, okay, actually here I should be playing c5 instead, you just replace d6 by c5. For example, does it make sense? Or are we lost? Because this is how openings are going to work. And then guess what? When you're going to do the strategical work, you will have to look it up with the engine, see what the engine does with his pieces, just to get used to a certain positioning of your own pieces, and you get better. Does it make sense? Or does it feel like it's just a joke? I know that it feels like it's a joke because we're always taught that chess is hard, but what if chess is actually not that hard? What would you say in the chat? This is always the moment that hurts the most for me. Like really. Because everyone is this is the subject that hurts the most according to me. When you are training openings, you always think that you have to be buying opening courses, that you should be doing absolutely everything at the same time and nothing at the same time, that you should be learning lines by heart, that yeah, openings is actually very hard, but you can actually just learn by heart. Openings are actually this and that. What if I actually buy your course for $300 and then I still don't get better at chess? This is usual. This is something that really burns to me. Like, come on, guys. For the same amount of money, you could have played a lot of chess tournaments, like 2 or 3 rapid chess tournaments, and you will have learned a lot more than just learning lines by heart, especially regarding the fact that every time there's a branch in line, you have to add a little building block, right? Exactly. Every time there's a branch, okay, I will just copy your message and I will paste it on Canva. Like, I don't even care. No, I won't paste it anywhere, actually. I will just paste it on the board. Ay, 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 ay. This is the best sentence ever. You have to add a little block. Exactly. I'm just deleting that. Correct, we don't need that. Exactly. This will just go right there. Every single time there is a new line, a new branch in the line, you have to add a little building block. And this is the way it goes. Sure, you can win a lot of time by buying yourself this opening course, working on those lines, but it won't prevent you from doing the exact same work. What do I mean by that? It means that you can learn 20 moves in a line, in line by heart with your chaser course. Sure, do it. You can win a little bit of time with that. There is nothing wrong with that. But it doesn't prevent you from playing your game, going to the first moment that is no longer the theory for you and add this little building block. Great. Hopefully it makes sense. Hopefully it does. And I really hope it does. Because openings are really just it. Like it just hurts. It just hurts to me. I say that and I have this feeling that no one is basically following me through. if you only memorize and never learn concepts and purpose of strategy, you won't improve, correct? Exactly. But also, let's just say you learn a line by heart and you know a couple of strategical patterns somewhere in the line, then, if someone just gets you out of, out of prep and you are on your own, but you still do not get used of playing brand new positions, your brain isn't used to that, or you're not mentally prepared to play something new, then guess what? You're never going to win, you know? Because at some point, doesn't matter how much theory you know, you will have to play chess on your own. And you have to be mentally prepared to play those moments. So you are not only improving your openings, but also improving your mindset. Improving your mindset when playing. Does it connect some dots? By the way, this is the best line. Yeah. Does it connect a couple of dots? If it does, then I think we we have we have a good amount of things that were just okay. Knight of six, yeah. Lichess is still broken. Terrible, absolutely terrible. Yes. Okay. So now we saw the opening methodology. We saw the middle game, tactical calculation part, strategy. We saw how to train everything. Now end games. I didn't think that I would be. I mean, the fact that I do not have my stuff with me also just accelerates the whole lecture, but it doesn't matter. When you go on Lichess, I will just switch the language again. Today it will be English. Okay, so you go and learn, you go and practice, and this is something that I've shown to many students, but this is something that is definitely underrated. If you want to learn endgames, the only thing that I can recommend you are those things, pawn endgames, just to learn a couple of principles, opposition, key square, and the seventh rank rook pawn, and a little bit of those rook endings. And that's really it. Because endgames in the approach should be taken as seriously as how do you call it again? As let me just move the camera. Yeah, I'm sorry, endings should be taken as seriously as middle games in the sense that you should be calculating the same way you're calculating in the middle game, except except that you have less pieces on the board. What does it change? Nothing. You calculate the whole time. It is just that you need to unlock one more pattern. Eventually, if you play a rook ending and you're down a pawn, at some point you might have to realize, okay, since I'm defending, I will have to learn the FIDE door. For example, if I'm attacking, I have to learn the Lucina. What is the Lucina? The Lucina is when you are, okay, now it might be lagging because this engine is on right there. This is basically when you're cutting, basically putting the rook on the fourth, blocking the rook that is giving you checks from behind, and then eventually, you push the pawn. The Philidor is when you have the king on the eighth and you're trying to give checks from behind and prevent the pawn from advancing. Everything is right there. This is something that I would invite you to work on your own. Just because it's not today's theme. Maybe one day when I will be working on endgames, we will be working on those very specific positions together. But this is something you have to be training. This is something you have to be doing. And this is, I don't want to say all you need, internet connection. Haha, no internet. Haha, friends average day. It's not even like I'm living in a small city. Like I'm living in a big city right now. Like what the hell is going on here? The internet is great. Like when I'm playing CS2, I'm not using my Wi-Fi. I'm using my 3G on the phone. Like I'm that close of playing CS2, with Edge. Shared connection and Edge. This is how good the internet connection is. But I'm living in an undeveloped country. Okay, so learn those endgames and just be mentally prepared. Okay, if I'm down a pawn in this and this or that endgame, I have to get used to it. And this is what you will have to be doing. Also, you have a couple of knight and bishop mates. You don't really need them. But basically, you have the information for free. And again, I'm showing you how to train that on your site when you want the information for free. It's just that it's taking more time, but this is really doable. This is really what you have to do. Perfect. Perfect. Hopefully, this very small introduction on how to reach 1600 FIDE makes sense. It's not of an introduction, actually. We did everything. It's just that I do not have any other examples because I can't use Lichess. Um, yeah, it hurts. It hurts that I can't use Lichess, but everything feels understood and feels a lot, feels integrated. Shout out to Canva for creating me this beautiful chessboard that was basically used during today's lesson. Hopefully, it makes sense. A little bit of Ghetto Masterclass. Of course, it was sponsored by, and now this is a whole thing. Um, uh, Wait, what was I talking about? Wait, what was I talking about? Oh, wait, well, okay, never mind. I don't know what I was talking about. Anyway, shout out to this chessboard. We have everything. And I think we have basically everything for today. Yeah, it's Ghetto. Uh, sponsor. Ah, yeah, sponsor. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let me just show you who sponsored today's lesson. We basically find an agreement. Let me just show you, just so that it stays clear forever. You might enjoy it if you want to get, you know, sharp at anything besides chess. Okay. Okay. So this is the guy that sponsored today's lecture, today's lesson. Uh, so the story is very funny. Someone that he knew that I also knew. This is my brother. Someone that he knew that I also knew came on the stream. Um, we met each other on the stream, and then he told me, actually, I work with someone that is looking for a sponsor, and it turns out to be my brother. And yeah, and then when I told him, yeah, look, sure thing, that is my brother. And he's basically teaching you how to beat gravity. Also, he's helping people, me first, to lose weight. I was overweight, I was obese. Um, yeah, so this is how it goes. If he helped me not to be obese anymore. I used to weigh 115 kilos, which is a lot, and now I weigh 80, which is good. And I'm still going to lose more and more and more. I'm actually preparing myself for something, and yeah, and you know, this is the right guy too. And just to let you know, this is the whole aspect. He basically teaches you how to lose weight when you have a daily deficit budget of around 3,800. Yeah, this is just a type of thing. Yeah, I love it. Let me just. Yeah, great. I just destroyed your ears, but it's okay. So you have everything. You understand what those things are basically all about. Thank you. Shout out to my brother. Shout out to everything. Of course, we found an agreement because when it turns out to be my brother, then of course, yeah, perfect. Great. If you don't have any more questions, then I think we basically have everything. By the way, my brother's Instagram is not on the screen. This is my brother's Instagram, muffin underscore works out underscore. Why? What am I talking about? Yay. Muffin works out. Perfect. You have everything. So if you have everything, shout out to him. Shout out to the rest of us. Thank you for today's masterclass, and we can just keep streaming as usual. Subscribe to the channel. Haha. Okay. So the pod as recorded is basically done, and we have everything. Perfect. Let's just keep going. That was a terrible masterclass. To be fully honest with you, hi Leech's Dev here. Hello Thibaut. Not only Dev, yeah. I saw your stream. You have a problem with the analyzer board. Yes, I do. You can go on debug and send the report to Lichess so I can see what the problem is. Sure thing. How do I do it now? Thank you, Thibaut. Okay. Thanks for the website. Even though I'm trashing. Yeah. By the way, you're in the chat then. Even though I'm trashing, and I'm the usual French hater. You know, let's just be honest. If I'm playing on Lichess, it's not for nothing. Ora. How do I do that? how do I do that? You can debug and send a report to Lichess so I can see what problem is. Sure thing. How do I keep going now? Ooh, how do I keep going now? Analyze this board. Yeah, we got some yeah, and now the board doesn't work anymore. Ah, but this is something the other people already had, I think. The analysis board was freezes. This is something that I saw. Shout out to your brain and motivation. I read your story and the Lichess story. Bogus. Okay, now we have everything. Send the report to Lichess. I don't know how to do that. I don't know. Let's just send to Lichess. Important. Describe your issue above. Okay. The analysis board is completely frozen. I can only play one to two moves on an analysis board, regardless of if I am analyzing in a study or on a game. Perfect. Wait, I can checkmate in one, guys. How do I checkmate in one? I don't know. I should be maybe applying what I'm doing. Perfect. So we have everything. Perfect. We have everything. Click the link. Sure thing. Perfect. Click the link. Nice, 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 nice. Okay. So we have that. Everything is working. I think we basically have it then. Maybe I shouldn't be leaking. Did I leak anything? Did I just leak absolutely everything, single information about me or what? I don't know. I hope not. If that's the case, then so be it. Yes, I'm a moron. Oopsie. Yeah, I'm leaking absolutely every single message that I'm having. What am I doing? Right. So everything is done. Everything is done pretty much properly. I think we can just keep going. Perfect. Do you have any more questions? Okay, if you do not, then let's just go back to arena tournaments. Shout out to this analysis board. I will never forget about you. Let's just play. 5 minute chess. Okay. This whole masterclass will be again uh, there online. One day I might be organizing some strategy masterclasses to talk really about very accurate stuff that is happening. And yeah, I think we have it. Perfect. Perfect. 2000 Elon. He's playing good. I think this is a good explanation of what has to be done. This is still opening for me, by the way, for those of you who are in the masterclass. This is still this is still the theory for me. Okay, this is not even joking. This is not theory for me anymore. He wants bishop c5, I guess. Maybe just castle. I would just play f4 e5. This feels pretty logical. Yeah, perfect. I click the link. Yeah, I thought that you said send the link or anything. Okay, maybe I can just play. Okay, I can also just play e5. Maybe I could just play bishop b5. At f3, you can just capture, capture, capture bishop d3. Okay, I would just sacrifice a pawn. Feels like it's playable. Captures, captures, captures bishop d3, rook e6, f5. Blocking my own bishop. Maybe I just have this move. I think he can't. I think he can't take the pawn. I mean, he has the right to, but if he does, then the game is basically over. Okay, but this is something I'm aware of and that he's not aware of. Wait, I have to be careful because I might get trapped. Okay, this is funny. I missed 94. I'm not calculating. Okay, I have to stay focused. Like yesterday. Yesterday, I played well. I went back. Let's do it again. Okay. Okay, I think I can do something funny. I will play bishop d3. If knight f2, then nothing happens. Yeah, sorry. Sorry about that. Terrible. The cask is the cask is just smashing my ears. Yeah, and here I'm thinking about something funny. He will play knight 93. And now my idea is very simple. f5. So sure, he can capture, but what I get in return is the following. I thought that I can just go knight takes, and now if you go bishop d4, then I have bishop d5. Bishop d7 captures, captures, captures. And now if I capture bishop c5, and I go bishop b5 again. Bishop d7 captures, captures b4. This is what I thought. Let's just see if it works. If it works, then I'm the best player ever. If it doesn't, then I'm just a random noob. Now bishop b5. Maybe it's just too crazy. Um, because I see that he can capture and so on, and I knew that, but I felt like, ah, okay, this is already something that I didn't see, but I'm not. Maybe e5. Pawn takes knight g5. No. Okay, I captured him getting mated, so maybe I have to go bishop c3. Yeah, because if he goes queen h6, and I can basically capture, capture, capture. Oh, I missed that. I completely missed that move. My goodness, I completely missed that. I completely missed that. No, no, queen h6. Okay, it doesn't matter, I think. Yeah, I think it doesn't matter. I think it doesn't matter. Captures this. Yeah, I can just play queen g4. I didn't see it, but it doesn't mean that it's. Oh, I missed that also. What the hell? I'm just so dumb. I'm just so dumb. I missed that move again. Yeah, actually, it doesn't matter now. Ah, yeah, 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 yeah. Random beginner. Yeah, too much sounds. I'm not focused anymore. I'm Zamkniętą pizdę. I would try just not to talk because this win matters to me. I would just try not to talk. Although queen e3. Okay, I do not have time. Ani słowo, człowieku. Ani słowo, ani słowo, ani słowo, ani słowo. Okay, let's just do this. Loris, are you French? Yes, I am. Sadly, I am. Oh, wait, I missed that he could. I forgot. I swear that I saw Rugi too. Oh, wait. Nice. Crazy game. Okay, ah, yeah, now I can analyze on this one. So I will just analyze on this one very quickly. Oh, terrible. Oh, I clicked the link. Yes, absolutely terrible. Why is it suddenly so cold? Kurwa, they left everything open. Just one small second. I will be right back. Okay. Okay, I'm back. Let me give me just one small second. Something went just completely off. They left everything open. Now it's super cold. Hello, Lake Goloris. Yes. Haha. Hello. So we have that. Okay, let me just analyze on this one, even though I can't use the engine. So this was nice. B6 is the first time I ever see that. What should I play here? Bishop D2 is fine. This is just fine. It's just that maybe F4 is just not the right idea anymore. I thought about Bishop E2, Bishop H6. Maybe this was slightly better, but Bishop E2 is not there. I think I'm just fast enough after Bishop H6 because even if you capture, I know you capture with check, capture back Knight H5, maybe Queen F3. Okay, maybe Bishop E2 here was the right move. Let me just try from this position. No, doesn't work anymore. Okay. Anyway, I lost my game. Good or bad? Ça va? Oui et toi? Oui et toi? Perfect. So we basically have it. Let's just keep going. Still people in the chat. This is surprising. You can write a message whenever you feel ready to. I see what the problem is, I think. Oh ho. Thanks. I see what the problem is. The Lichess tools extension is broken and it breaks Lichess. Try disabling it. Also, you should have seen a pop-up that warns you about that exactly. Yes, it did. It is already turned off. Okay, good match. Yes. Okay, underrated. 1600. Let's just play some G6 against him. Match. We can play a match. Yeah, this never hurts. I enjoy playing matches. Maybe I will organize some things afterwards. Like I forgot the name now. Really, doesn't it just lose a pawn? I don't know. Donc je parle pas beaucoup de français, mais je connais. Nice. Me too. H5, I would just play knight d4. Oh, oh, okay, okay. Nice that you try. The language and the story of friends are great, but let's forget about. No, 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 wait. I better not write anything down too controversy. Sponsor click simul. Yeah, I think I would just organize a simul because now I'm just beating people and it doesn't make sense. Match 1-0, please. J'allais en Mars pour un voyage d'école. Génial. Tu viens d'où? Je pense que je suis B1 ou B2, mais je ne sais pas. Ah, si tu parles déjà de manière fluide, bah alors c'est suffisant. Still doesn't work. Yep, still doesn't work. Pop it like it's hot. Pop it like it's. Oh wait, no, no. Nice. Tu viens de Nice? Ah, si tu viens de Nice, pourquoi tu parles pas français? Pourquoi? Attends. Pourquoi ne parles-tu pas français si tu viens de Nice? Tu es italien? Nice. Non, non. Ok. Je suis hongkongais. Oh! Oh, it's this guy comes from Hong Kong. I'm that close. Just yeah, yeah. So from China, right? Ay, ay, ay. So from China. Yeah. There I see in your logs are all leeches. Wait, what? All leeches. They're all into the session. I'm sure it's disabled. Yeah, I turned it off. Yeah, I turned that off during the stream. Won't stream. Okay, I can try it again. I can wait, I can completely delete this extension. Okay. Now I completely deleted the extension in case there's anything. Okay. Solving too many things at the same time. Joking. Uh, of course. Nice. But for the moment, everything feels to be working pretty decently. I think hopefully I'm not leaking anything. I mean, I'm just showing infos from my computer that that I didn't have the feeling to share with anyone. And I'm just dropping it like it's hot. Dropping like it's hot. No, it feels completely winning. I would just refresh the site. The site. Yeah, impressive. Shall we play a game of chess? Later, my friend. Thank you for the rook. And just connect the rooks together. If this, I play queen d7. Why? What do you mean why? Nice. Let's try it again. Ah, now it works. Yeah, now the analyzers work. It works again. GG, you are my savior. You are my savior. It's not the way to write it, but anyway. Okay. Mm, yeah, this is how I feel now. We also got the same face. Perfect. Okay, I just had to completely delete thing. Yeah, yeah, of course, simul now. Let's do a simul. Then I will go out for a. Okay. I'm just adding myself to help you cope with the simul. Estimated time it will be now at 1 p.m. Let's do 50. Okay. Host a new simul. I'm hosting a new simul. It will be sent in the chat, and now we can just start. Perfect. Hello, hello, the duck gang quack. Perfect. You can also just join the Discord. The link is in the description. Just go join the Discord. I'm some from that tournament. It is a pleasure to meet you, the duck gang quack. Turn down to quack. I feel bad a little bit that I didn't have the chance to do it the proper way. I think we will just reorganize. Yeah. Yeah, the duck can quack. Switzerland, Lucerne. Great. Ignore my grammar. It's okay. Ignore my face, brother. Wow. Great. Let's just. We have already a couple of people. Okay, just give me one small second. White is time control. Uh, it's funny. Perfect. So we have everything here. Um, consider looking at the stream. I will I will be teaching chess at the same time. Haha. Okay, I just need a couple of minutes to just go for my coffee. Okay. I I will make myself coffee. I'll be back in 3 minutes. Okay. Wow, beaucoup de personnes. Yeah, that's a lot of people. Yeah, perfect. Perfect. So I think we have absolutely everything. I'm from Hong Kong. Yeah, yeah, I know, I know. You know, you know, I'm the kind of player that will just, you know, I don't have to go quickly. It's okay. It's okay. Everything is understood. I mean, class, Saturday. Perfect. Don't hesitate to subscribe to the channel. To the channel. How that's fair? Because I'm playing 20. Look, I'm playing 30 games at the same time. Subscribe to the channel. Arrobas douche boy. I am playing 30 games at the same time with a time limit. Yeah, but I'm playing 30 games in. Look, I have 30 games plus the stream, plus the work, plus everything, so I might lose on time. It's okay. It's okay. Okay. I will be back in a minute, just making myself a new coffee, and once I have this new coffee, I'm coming back to you. Let me just give you. No, it's okay. It's okay. Just look at the just look at the chat. This is funny. Okay, I will be right back. I'll be right back. Oh yay. Oh my fucking god. Oh my god. What the hell is that? What the hell is even that? Oh my goodness. What the hell is that? Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Are you guys joking? How are you all guys? Anybody here? Anybody? Like 15 million pairs. What the hell is even that? And this guy, I subscribe, but you can please say my name. Do shout out to Dushyant Gan Nalabotula. Let me try one again. One more time. Shout out to Dushyant Gan Nalabotula. Yeah, maybe like 10 minutes and 60 instrument enough to have time to play moving all games. No, no, no. I tried it last time. I tried that last time. Yeah, yeah, it's okay. Yeah, yeah. So basically, guys, if you're in the stream, I will explain to you. So I made 3 or 4 simuls for the past 5 days. Uh, and this is another thing. I lost every single one. I lost more than half of the games on time. Like, guys, you don't. I didn't think it would be possible, but it's horrible to play so many games at the same time. Mm, trust me, I will still lose on time. Huh, I will still lose on time. Okay. Mm, go check my other simuls. 40 min on the clock, and I lose on time. We start in 2 min. And I played everything non-stop. I didn't take time to think. Mm, by the way, subscribe to the channel, guys. I will just put on a subscriber live count on this on the chat on the screen. Hmm. Mm, my goodness. 1330. Thank you very much, guys. Hmm. Thank you very much, guys. Hmm. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. Really, thank you very much. Hmm. Great. Thank you. By the way, I'm eating cakes. Um, just to let you know, so today it's been 3 days in a row now that my weight didn't move. I'm at 3,800 calories, so that's pretty good. And I walk around 12K steps today, sometimes a little bit more. How to? Yes, I'm going to. Yes. Hello, hello. Just subscribe, say everything, say hello to the chat, subscribe to whatever. And we are basically having it. Thank you very much. Let's just try to reach 1330, by the way. Just the time I'm tracking what I just ate. So I had 38 grams bread alone. Also bread. And I know which bread because this is a bread that I know that I can already relate to. This is called a baguette. Okay. Yeah, I have 3,500 left. Wow, 1329. Thank you guys. Thank you very much. Okay, I think we can just start. Some people are leaving and coming back the whole time. 33, let's go gambling. What's your name, by the way? Loris Tavernier. Great. CM Loris Tavernier on YouTube. CM Loris Tavernier on YouTube. Perfect. Me? Yes, everyone. Perfect. I'm going to play against all of us. Yes, I will. Okay, let's just start. We can just start. We basically have it. Ooh, like 15 million players better pronunciation than me, and I'm one of you. I'm more of a pronunciation specialist. Great. I speak 5 languages. Et des Français? Oui. Moi, MDR. Okay. Okay. Let's start. Haha. Okay, let's just start. 32 players right there. Everyone is cheering up. 13, 29. Keep subscribing, keep joining. We have it, guys. Let's go. Let's play some e4, d4, c4. e4, d4, c4.
Siema.
e4. Siema. c4. Appuie un plus. Hmm. 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 Haha. What a rage bait. I love it. Okay. Oh no, I played e3. No. Oh. Oh, I'm very sorry. This goes way too fast for me. Hmm. Dark and hot coffee. No, I cannot believe this. Why am I? Okay, let's just play something. Okay, now I'm having some positions that are better and better and better and better every single time. Okay, I was the first game. Yeah, no, yes. Subscribe to the channel, guys. We're 27 in the chat. I think we can reach 1340 today in today's stream. Can we draw? XD. Okay, okay, okay. XD. Okay, wait a second. XD. If you subscribe, I give you a draw, my friend. Oh my goodness, I love it. Oh my goodness, really? Really, guys? Okay. I mean, every single time I'm playing a Simo, I'm talking about j'adore la jouer, dommage pour toi. KXT. Fine. Nice, first draw of the day. And maybe the second one is coming very, very, very quickly. I already subbed. Then it's okay, offer a draw. And I have Snoop Dogg in my ears. First time I ever listened to Snoop Dogg. French, English, Polish, German, Russian. And I'm currently training to get my C1 level in Russian. My because I would like to be a translator also. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm already translating. This is one of my main jobs, main work. And yeah, and basically I would like to do it in Russian also, but I need some. Come on, you have it. 1329, guys. Keep subscribing. Yeah, 1330. Let's just go. We can do it, guys. Mm, no, I don't speak Spanish. W's in chat. Yeah. Yeah, but I would recommend you to keep playing. See how habla español. Oh, yeah. Waiting, waiting, waiting. Ho ho. Really? Draws. People will want draws. Waiting, waiting, waiting. Yeah, just keep waiting, my friend. Oh, everyone wants to draw. But you know, I want to kick asses, so. Hmm. I love this bread. This is a great bread. Hi from Russia. Oh. Very sorry, guys. I shouldn't be eating while being on camera. Hmm. Hmm. 27 people in the chat. Great. Well, let's just keep going, guys. We are doing it. I already subbed. Are you joking? You oh no, are you guys joking? Yeah, yeah, of course. Of course. На всем привет, no? No, pretty sir. Every beat bread, beat beat bread. Ah, every bread tastes the same. Yeah. Perso, je préfère le bleach, je suis meilleur, mais c'est pas grave. It is funny. Sometimes when you tell someone you speak a certain language, they always, instead of asking you questions, no, but I like the way, I like the way you write it down. It's good. No, but it's good. No, but okay. No, but languages are very important. But every single time, why bread? My German, my German passport is talking for me, I guess. Yeah, and basically, every single time you tell someone that you speak a language, that's okay for me with Polish, for example. They will, they will tell me something. How's your day? My day is doing great. Thank you for asking. No, but you have some people that are basically telling you something, and then they expect you to answer, but they're not even asking questions. They just tell you something, and then you have to, you know, you have to tell them something, but they didn't ask you anything. Or even worse yet, please say something. What the hell am I supposed to tell you? Brada, who are you? By the way, how are you, sir? How old are you? I'm 20. In a couple of days, the 31st of January, I will be turning 21. I'll be turning 21 exactly. He still has 30 to play. Yeah, I mean, I'm having a lot of things to play. Like this is pretty terrible, to be honest. Are there some games that I haven't started yet? No, but I see some people that resigned. Yeah, some people already resigned. It's also a little bit broken that I have to wait. You know, my brother will turn 1 year old. Congratulations. At January 1st. Good, good. Who resigned low? I don't know. Do you do simul daily? I shouldn't be saying yes, but I don't know. I'm okay. I could actually. This guy is good. If I play Queen C3, I lose. I wanted to test. I think he does. Actually, not really, but I'm. But every single time I'm streaming, I'm starting a simul. So I guess, imagine having some simuls. Yeah, this just he started a few days ago. Good. I see that someone is following. Thank you, Dash Boy. You know, with all the goals that I'm having right now with YouTube and so on, it could mean the world to me to reach, for example, 100K. Oh wait, the bishop f5 is bad. What am I doing? Nice. For the moment, everything feels normal. I'm just bringing my pieces out, developing. Play knight c3. I will capture on d4, giving myself some developing moves. Nice. We'll be trying for higher titles. Yeah, I'm actually looking for a team right now for the European Club Cup. If you need, thank you very much. If you know a club which is basically looking for a title player that is really taking the thing seriously, I'm looking to strengthen, a team eventually on their third, second, third, fourth board. First board maybe not because I do have also my goals, but basically if I could get to play the European Club Cup, getting 4.5 points would just give me the FIDE Master title. Also, the first 50 players are qualified to the World Cup, and the qualification gives you the IM title. So I would like to be qualified. XD. Yeah. Then this is basically what I'm doing. And for the past 2 years, this is a story that I was talking about already very, very often. I found a lot of clubs but they were playing tournaments, agreeing to invite me, take me with them, and so on and so on. and they just happen to not be taking part this 1 year when I'm playing with them, even though we agreed to basic. Oh wait, I want to play Bishop D2. What am I doing? Anyway, even though we just agree with that. So it's been 2 years in a row that I'm playing for like five clubs and nothing changed, nothing happened. Um, yeah, so that's pretty terrible. But okay, it happens, I guess. And now I'm looking for yet one more club. I'm trying one more time this year, and if not, then it doesn't matter. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm playing a couple of games here that are pretty bad, to be honest. Okay, thank you for the piece. You know, for those of you, yeah, 1332, thank you very much. Well, yeah, that is that is that is unlucky. Dude, daily simul, yes. Yes. Haha. I mean, if it could give me, I don't want to say a career, but if I could get somewhere with my pleasure of playing chess, because chess is already my work, you know, more than I want to agree with. It's already my work. I love what chess is giving me in my life. I love the game. Just don't like training because I prefer, I know that I can eventually reach my plateau at some point, and I don't want to say that I reached my plateau because I never trained the proper way. You know, okay, bishop f3. This guy plays well. He knows some theory. I don't have. Il va minuti, il m'en reste 26. XD. And people are still complaining, like, what the hell? You play 5 moves in a row, you have 26 minutes on the clock, and you're still complaining? Like, what the hell? What the hell is even that? Should you 5? Wait, is it Whitney Houston? Suddenly I thought it was Whitney Houston with Snoop Dogg, a song that I've never heard before. Hello, Araf Gold. I hope you're doing well. 1332, guys. We can just keep fighting, keep going. Great. It looks pretty decent for the moment, I want to say. Roy the Invader. Oh, he pre-moved. What am I supposed to do with a pre-mover? A draw. Jensen Wang Ti Cheng Heng. No. This is the masterclass still going on. The masterclass just went online. I'm sorry, went online. I mean, we finished the masterclass a couple of hours, before starting this thing, this game. So it's not, but yeah, now it's the fun part. Yeah, now it's the fun part. I just need one more second. I will be right back. Just one more second. Someone important is calling. Very sorry about that. I'm back. I played Old Theory. Yeah, I see that some people got banned for cheating against me, even though it's a simul. What the hell? What the hell, guys? Okay, what is actually happening? I don't get it. Bro, when you play Theory, you lose. He's Stockfish Prime. He's there. Okay, maybe you lost the game because you maybe analyzed another game. Maybe you. Okay, maybe maybe I see what happened. Let me just see. I know what happened. So who lost the game? What's your Twitch name? Because he redirected doesn't work with my brother. Uh, I am streaming on YouTube. I'm streaming on YouTube. Type my name, CM Loris Tavernier on YouTube. Okay, but what is happening? Wait. It's Pamoranza. Okay, this one. So maybe just cheat detected. Yeah, maybe you were just analyzing another game. If it's the way they show that, there is a chance you were basically analyzing a game and then you just turn on the engine. Now, if I turn on the engine, I'm just losing every single game. Um, you know, so that's the thing. Yeah. It's okay. I don't think you cheated or anything. Maybe you just analyzed another game, and this is basically what happened. It happens. It basically happens. Just don't do it too often, and nothing should happen. I'm blundering pawns everywhere. I'm terrible. Guys, I'm hosting a new Simon for those who lost. XD, are you a quick memorizer? No. Check your private correspondence. Nice. Thank you for the simul. Are you starting yet another simul? Oh, how to send the link? Don't send it. It's okay. Maybe I should be streaming on Twitch though, because I just realized that when you're streaming on Twitch, you can put some music. Now I have some nice music in my head, in my he- headset, and I can't share it with you, which is a little bit of pain. This is the channel. Yes. Nice. Perfect. You can also just check my. Okay. You can also just click on the logo CM Loris Tavernier is streaming above the chat here. Okay, perfect. Yeah, I sacrificed a pawn. I'm just such a moron. 1332. Thank you guys. 8 more link. Yep. Sadly, it doesn't work. Sadly, this already started. Maybe you can just how's it called again? Maybe you can just come back in a second then. Yeah, that's another thing. I will be organizing also a tournament. Okay, I'll organize a tournament for the viewers afterwards. Join the club, by the way. Let me just send something in the chat. Just Monster Club. But it's my chat. It's my. Okay, nice. It's okay. By the way, you can just join the club here. I'm also sending a link to the club and the team. And also the Discord and every single link in the chat. Ok, D3. Quand je voudrais, je serai chez moi, car dans le train, c'est pas pratique. T'inquiète, t'es gâté. T'es un boss juste pour essayer. T'es un boss rien que pour essayer. Je me rends pas compte, je joue bien ou pas? Oui, t'es le best. Toc-toc-ting, toc-toc-ting, canton, ting, toc-toc-ting. Nice. Then I see that he just blunders. Oh wait, there are some games here that are nice. Nice. Okay. Okay, some people here play very well actually. I'm getting decently surprised to be honest. Out of my experience, I do not expect people to be playing well at simul's. People in this, in today's simul play pretty good. Can the tournament be bullet? Yeah, I think it will be bullet this time. Just because it's funny. Yeah, nice. Getting bored, every move I make will be 3 squats. What do you mean will be 3 squats? I don't, I know. But okay, you can still ask me chess questions, guys. I'm still there to help you get better. Yes, but this is very hard for the holster. Yeah, it's a very hard tournament here. Yeah, this is just a hard tournament for me. You know, I have to play well. My opponents do not have to, even if they, you know, it's hard for me. It's just that I have a lot of games and I have to be as consistent in the first game as in the last game. Okay, rook one. Happened. Yes. Sorry, France doesn't have Wi-Fi today. Yeah. No, 2000 is around, I would say, 15, maybe 1700. 16, 1500, something like that. It also depends what kind of 2000. If you're a talented player or if you're a grinder, it's not the same 2000 for obvious reasons. Yeah, je suis constant, j'ai pas perdu un du coup. Nice. Ah, tu es content. Désolé, c'est pas comme ça qu'on écrit content. Mais je suis désolé, t'inquiète, le message est passé. Okay, now I blundered with bishop a4 when I should have played bishop h5. Maybe. I don't know. To be honest, it doesn't change a lot. GG, natural. Da-da-ba-da-bum. Ready to go for dirty tricks, huh? Me, dirty tricks. Look, I'm hopeless in almost every single position that I'm having right now. What are you talking about? I'm just worse. I just play bad. What are you talking about? You think it doesn't get to me? I realized that it was a losing blunder. Yeah. If you were there to today's masterclass, you would have, Kurva, who's this guy? He plays well. I don't like it. Stop! I don't like this game. Or just capture? Okay. 20 more minutes and I will have enough to make it to my class and back to the game in time. Great. Oh, fuck. Yeah, he's beating me. Yeah, some people are just outplaying me. Sure, I'm playing badly. I'm playing too many games at the same time. This is just normal. I can't. This is just normal. I don't know what is happening here. Mm, okay, let's play some dirty chess. Oh my goodness, who am I playing against? Am I really going to lose every single round? Honestly, it feels like that. I'm playing so badly right now. You know what to do. Yeah, lock in and calculate and play well. Hi, I'm late on the simul. Let me know when you will host your new simul. Thanks for the feedback. Never knew. Wow, never knew France was so bad. Ah, brother. Yeah, France is a great country. I don't care anymore. This guy just outplayed me. I don't know who that is. Oh my God. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm too lazy to play against him. One, two, three, four, five. Give your decision. I thought a real grandmaster. I thought it was real GM. What the hell? Okay. Beat ACM in 14 moves. Again. GG. I messed up badly. Next time we'll be playing better. You didn't deserve that shitty game from me. GG. Yeah, yeah, you didn't deserve that I play that way. I feel like that I'm just tired and so on, that I don't want to keep coping or explaining why I'm losing. Will you? Yeah, of course. I mean, just subscribe to the channel. I'm streaming very often, you know? Yeah, and that's the thing. Since I want YouTube to work, I will stat max my channel like never. So I have to stream more, I have to create more content, and therefore I have to be lying less, lying less than the other YouTubers. That will be pretty simple actually, but I will have to lie less, create better content. Yeah, so you know the drill. My God, yeah. Also yours. Fuck. What do you mean yours? Who is this guy? He plays so well. Ah. And to rated in classical. Nice. Not FIDE classical. I thought already. Yeah. Bro, I have 120. Nice. You know. To get better, and 30 boards in the lot. Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah, it is just too much. 30 boards is just GG for your rank. Yeah, it's just way too much. But I got the lock in right now. I gave my word. I said that I will be doing it, so I will be doing it. Maybe one day I should be starting a a I should be trying like 30 board, maybe 100 boards in a row, just because I love the challenge of playing. Yeah. Did I mess it up? Yes, I think I did. Who loves Ferrero Rocher? I do, 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 I do. Did I just? I didn't even check what happens here, and am I just lost? Oh my goodness, I am. Oh my goodness, I am. I didn't check anything. Yeah, just too much. Tomorrow will you? Tomorrow it's Sunday. I think I will. I think I will. Great, we have 500 views on the stream. Thank you guys. Thank you very much. I really enjoy what I see. Thank you guys. Thank you very much. Just keep subscribing, keep following. When I see those numbers, I feel like, okay, actually, we're getting somewhere. Also, you can just follow me on Instagram if you want some daily chess content. We're 1332, guys. Also, I uploaded I have a very nice series of videos. You know, series of videos about calculation, getting better. If you don't have money for classes and you want something, answer. Rawr. No, I won't answer. Rawr. Okay, let me just offer you a draw. We'll lose this game. What the hell do you pre-move? Why am I getting beaten so badly? Like it's terrible. Okay, let me just capture here. Okay, I'm trying something too crazy for what rawr. Let's go, j'ai réussi à perdre en 20 coups. Yay! Okay, let me just play aggressively. Captures this. I'm going to lose. I see a couple. How many dirty tricks does bro even have? I don't know. Not enough. Visually, I don't see enough dirty tricks. Yeah, this guy is beating me. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, 30 games is just too much. Not enough coffee. Yeah, yeah, that is impressive. First time I ever see this. You know, there's always a reason why someone is good. Answer, please. I don't know what's the question. What's the question? I'm just so tired. I cannot believe that I'm so tired, actually. and then I'm losing games. I mean, I'm still sick. Let's just start that. Let's just start with that. I'm still sick. Yeah, and I'm still getting beaten by this dirty Scandinavian opening. Draw, we'll go for it. Yeah, sure. If every single player offers me a draw now, I accept it. Est-ce que tu aimes le frérot Rocher? Oui. Yes. Mm, the dark chocolate. Chocolate one. Yay. Feels like I can just go 95 takes. It's okay, okay, let's just go. No, wait, the knight is defending it. Oh my goodness. No, I'm just too blind to play. I'm just too blind. I just made a 400 elo mistake. Oh my goodness. Oh no. Okay, GG. Oh my goodness. I played like a beginner. GG's. GG's. Oh yeah. GG's. Sorry for the shitty. Shitty gaming's day. I don't know what I'm doing. What I'm doing. Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, it's my fault. I should be playing. I should be playing more seriously. Yeah, but I just feel like I'm just dead tired. Oh my goodness, I'm just so tired. I didn't have the chance to sleep. Oh my goodness, I'm. Mm, nice. Now let's just calculate. If I captures, I capture. He has queen f2. My goodness. No more dirty tricks. Mm, but you should do it. Yeah, will you set up a tournament? I think I should. I'm just too tired to keep playing now. I will just set up a tournament. Je suis fini. Not good day for chess. Yeah, no. I mean, you can take your time though. You still haven't used a lot of time. Yeah, I know. Yeah, not good day for chess. Yeah, je suis fini. Should be a French joke though. Yeah, yeah. I'm over it. Vandaag, waarheid, I don't understand what you're doing. Wait, I think it's, is it Swedish? Vandaag, waarheid, verschrikkelijk, schachspelers. Misschien morgen wil je beter dit doen. I don't know. I mean, I understand a couple of words, but I can't associate or dissociate words together and what you're saying. Okay, this is just a draw. Do we make a draw? I think it's just a draw. Mm, I am now angry. He am now angry, guys. He am now angry. Fuck. He am now angry. He am now angry. Fuck. No, no one wants to draw. Ah, fucking hell. Pam 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 pam. Looks good. Oh fuck, I forgot H4 first. No, I had to go H4 first. Kurwa, co ty robisz, człowieku? Oh, I'm just missing a Pokemon. Okay, I'm just so dumb. I'm over it. I'm completely done. Ah, oh no, I blown it again. No, I had to glitch tonight. Oh no, wait, I'm just so tired. Wait a second. Okay, I think I'm just a little bit tired. What am I doing? Oh my goodness. Niet is het, het is not Swedish, das ist Niederländisch, okay? I you say, kurwa, no to pojebane ty, to jest po prostu takie chore, no. I still need like 20 more minutes. Yeah, sure. No, no, no. To jest pojebane, to jest po prostu pojebane. Yeah, I'm just too tired to play well. Just too tired to play well. Okay, I'm back. I'm just too tired to play well. Wait, what is happening? I just completely forgot that I should have captured. Thanks for the game, mate. Watching the stream. Yeah, thank you. I'm so sorry. And people just play against me because they want to see some good chess. They want to get better, and then I just come up with this crap like out of nowhere. I just completely forgot that I had a piece to capture. Watching the stream. Thank you. Thank you and sorry. Really. Okay, but this is just a draw of sense. Okay, this is going to be a short game. This is going to be a funny game. This is over. And I forgot. I had to get to go H4 first before capturing. I'm so sorry. Shitty game. Gonna pause my all just for fun. Sure thing. Sure thing. But if you play against someone that is good, you want to play a good game, and I just come up with this crap. So okay, this is all right. Okay, you don't want to draw, really. Okay, this is winning. This is winning. This is crap, of course. Okay, this is fine. No, G5. I forgot. No, again. I'm just having a stroke. What am I doing? Oh, I no, but I am happy. Okay, nice, great. Thank you very much. Okay, next time it will be better. Next time it will be better. Well, can you say in Polish language? I'm shocked. Yeah, I speak. Yeah, I can speak Polish. You can outplay people later. Ah, sure thing. But this is something that I tend to forget. I'm not used to streaming. Then I have some people looking at me. There's also some sort of pressure that I can really relate to, but at the same time I can't. This is a very hard way of telling that. Sorry, of telling that, of explaining that. But basically, the streaming is a little bit more mind-eating than it used to be. When I say that I'm not used to streaming, it's not completely true. I used to stream when I was younger on my other channel that has almost 10K. I mean, we crossed 10K a long time ago. Named Grazon Taka 13. I can show you the channel, by the way. I'm very often talking about this channel. It was my very first YouTube channel, and I had a couple of videos that had, I think, a couple of. Oh wait, they had a couple of million views. I can show you the stats afterwards on my YouTube studio. But basically, this was the channel. Now the channel, every single video is in private. I only have shorts because I try to make some YouTube shorts about chess. Of course, let's just forget about all of that. This is just crap, But we all have to start somewhere. And yeah, the most popular one has 10K, and this is just a lot of chess content I used to do in French. So for French people, it can always be nice. But I used to do a lot of shitty things there. I used to lie. I used to, the chess tips were real. It's just that it's just not enough. Yeah. And we had like 14K, now it dropped to 9K because, of course, the channel is completely dead. And I used to make content on how to get subscribers and followers on YouTube. Use 3 minutes on average, and you're on now on move 20. You play Bliss against us. Yes, I do. What is your level of Polish language? Native. Don't worry if it's only chess, you will be better. Just keep going. Thank you guys. I appreciate the messages. No, I'm a native French and Polish speaker, and I'm a non-native but still the German speaker. I lived 10 years in Germany. I went to school in Germany. First I used to be school in France, and then I was school in Germany. And this is the reason why I speak English and German. Because the German school system is just mogging the French school system. Um, yeah, so this is the first thing. Second thing, yeah, then Russian came because I knew how to speak Polish, and it was, you know, just need to put some mind to it. But the grammar was there. It was only vocabularies, mainly vocabularies, and a couple of accents that you know, you know, I mean, okay, never mind. And French, yeah, French is native, German is native, German is learned at school, English is learned at school, and Russian is learned alone. I mean, alone with the teacher, of course, but yeah. Kurwa, what should I do in this position? What is this? What is this crap? What am I having? What am I doing here? What should I do now? I'm lost. What the hell? Ja, terrible. Grüße aus Deutschland. Ja, ganz genau. Genau. Ich bin auch ein Allmann. Genau. So geht es ja. Aber gut, so geht es weiter. Dann habe ich ja noch in Schweiz gelebt und in Liechtenstein. Genau, dort habe ich ja noch gearbeitet, studiert. Genau, dort habe ich ja BWL studiert, Betriebswirtschaftslehre. Irgendwie habe ich es geschafft, weißt du, dieses Landesschweizer Dialekt zu absolvieren. Ja, ich habe es geschafft. Und irgendwie habe ich jetzt so ein Schweizerdeutsch, der so ein bisschen komisch klingt. Yeah. What am I talking about? Yeah. So basically, I lived in Germany, in Switzerland. Since I lived there and I studied in Switzerland, I worked in Switzerland. I worked at Liechtenstein, which is a very very tiny country, which is around that big, smaller than an apple. And yeah, that's how it goes. And now I'm back in Germany, studying in Germany. Um, and whatever. I don't know. Just to be closer to my home. You know, I feel home wherever I have a chessboard. So yeah, wait, what is this crap all about? Yeah, haha, da redet er gleich in Deutsch weiter. Yeah, yeah. Technically, I should have the German pass, but I never wanted to because I already had some other passports. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So you know, I'm multiculturalistic, multiculturalistic, but it doesn't mean that I can live with Oh, I was that close to make one of the worst jokes to ever do online. Never do those jokes online. Loris, what are you doing? Ja pierdolę, ty zamknij tą mordę, człowieku. Oh my goodness, I'm very sorry. I almost did one of the worst jokes you know, so I'm not safe, not safe to work. Oh, oh fuck. What am I doing? Really, you don't want to draw. He wants to outplay me, and he will outplay me since I'm doing everything at the same time, but Takito, 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 bimberlipi, takito, takito, pam, 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 ta, 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 pa. Oh, then I can just capture the rook. Yay. Ay, 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 ay. I'm very sorry. I just blundered the full rook. Oh my goodness, this is not good. Yeah. Is this move playable? Bobby Fischer style. Captures, captures, F5. And then Queen G5. So maybe I will have to go like King H1, and if Queen G5. Let's pick King H1. He will just outplay me or what? Okay, he missed the rook in one. Never mind. Oh, I thought that I would get made it out of nowhere. Oh wait, am I getting made it? Yes, I am. I'm losing a couple of games. 15 more minutes until I have enough buffer time for my class. Hopefully, yeah. Should I just? Can we just make a draw? Just too much, a little bit. In good plan. To be honest, you're playing well today. You got worse day, but some players like Matteo Ratia Fontana is ridiculous. He can't losing. When I bet him a classical game on Lichess and accused me of cheat. We're chess players. We know when we messed up. Chess is a very binary game. Either you play well or you don't. If you play well, don't change anything. If you play badly, just change what didn't work. Try to identify first what's going on. Can you calculate? Can you not? Are you focused? Are you not? Obviously, I'm just not fully focused anymore. I'm thinking about many things. I'm already thinking about work. I'm thinking about some things for my authors, working at case by case. So a lot of things are currently working my mind. Plus, I'm streaming. I simply have no excuse, but I have no excuse because I'm the one that decided to put myself in this situation. Uh, so yeah, if he just tells you that you're cheating, then you know, well, it's pretty much self-explanatory of his. I mean, I don't know this guy, so maybe he's playing well, and you were definitely cheating. And I know you, so you were cheating. You were cheating. Don't even lie to me. Rar. But yeah. Ah, fuck, I'm losing this game. I messed up so badly. Come on, GG. I'm losing. I don't know. I don't know how many games I just lost in 15 moves. Five, six, 10 of them. I don't know. No, I'm playing badly. I'm playing badly. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, terrible. Better to rage than falsely accused. Yeah, of course. Also, it creates more content when you rage. It's creating more content. I cannot believe that. Roar! Fuck! Roar! I'm worse at chess than a fucking beginner. Roar! What the? What is this move? I don't know. Doesn't know either. Papelakita, paketakita, takitakita, din, takitakita, 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 bam, bam. Mate, I was lost by the way. And he helped me a little bit. 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 Bam, bam. He helped me a little bit. He helped me a little bit. Bam, bam. Bam, 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 bam. Bada, bada, bam, badum. Ow, bum, boom, bum, boom. Bada, bada, bam, badum. Bam, 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 boom, bam, boom. Bada, bada, bam, badum. Bam, 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 boom, bam, boom. Bada, bada, bam, badum. Bam, 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 boom, bam. Ba-da-ba-da-bum, ba-dum. Bum, bam, yes, it is true, but somebody want to show that he got better ego. Now he doesn't want to show his ego. He want to show his strength. Like my friend got banned. He wasn't even cheating. Yeah, no. No, come on, guys. Do you know the book Best Move by Hort? Jesse Craig recommended it. Uh, I didn't know the book, but whatever Jesse Cray recommends, I agree. Yes, maybe he wasn't cheating, but he could ban, for example, by verbal cursing or something else. Yeah, definitely. This is something that happened to me also. I got banned, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago when I was like 900 on my other accounts. I think that's the reason why. I can show you. This is one of my accounts, and some people nowadays. 6 years ago, it's yeah, it was one of my account. Yeah, it was 6 years ago, and I got banned on this one. The Lichess terms of service, and usually when it says that it's cheating, but back then I didn't know. I was, June 2019, I was a beginner, and at this point, I didn't know that it was cheating, and I know it sounds weird. No one knew this account. I'm bringing myself back on, to the game. But basically, yeah, I was cursing like, oh my goodness. I'm a CS2, CS:GO player, and if you're not cursing at least once, then my goodness, I swear, I remember the amount of guys that I basically just, if it's basically like I got calculation before. No, no, I got no, 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 no. I got no, no. But before computers were used for puzzle. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, like it's terrible. Yeah. No, no, but Algard, what does he know about endgames? Let's just start with that. Okay. Mm, yeah. No, Agard. No, 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 no. Oh, no, 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 no. Am I getting made it? I think I am. Yeah, yeah, but for cursing, I had that, but it's not, this account was banned so many years ago. And I remember when I discovered that, I got. This is, by the way I found out that people could cheat because when you're a beginner, you don't know yet how people can basically cheat at chess, and very often I have to explain to someone. Wait, I forgot. What was the theme again? Yeah. Basically, when I'm talking to a couple of chess beginners don't know how to cheat, and I never laugh at them because I used to not know how to cheat at chess. I didn't know what cheating was all about. And I remember that I got banned for that, and then some people told me that I was cheating. And yeah, this is just a thing. I mean, sure. I mean, you have the same opinions, Jesse Cray. Interesting. Yeah, Jesse Cray. He's one of the main guys that really helped me getting better and better at chess. So, I mean, indirectly, he didn't train me or anything, but like many, many other people, he was basically very good at just, leading a guy that he doesn't know. So in that case, me, and put him on the right track. This is only something a very few people can do. I'm very, um, he's the guy that really infected me with this envy of teaching chess. Let's put it that way. Because many people start teaching chess for financial reasons, and I can fully get that. I mean, chess doesn't pay, so of course you have to do it on your own. Um, but he didn't. He really put me on the right track when it comes to teaching chess. Um, he did that connected with another experience that I had when training chess. Basically, there was a grandmaster who gave a couple of chess lessons in my chess club. I don't want to say the name of the grandmaster, but he's very, very, very known. He's not a world champion or anything, but he's respected in the chess world. Let's put it that way. And yeah, and why am I talking about him again? Because am I lost here? Yes, I am. Wait? Why was I talking about him? I forgot now. I completely forgot. Anyway, yeah, the story. Yeah, and basically, he asked me. Yeah, basically, I remember I won a great, great game in Poland, and I basically remember, showing him. I wanted to show him the game, and he told me, "Okay, but what is your rating?" And I told him that I was rated 1400, but I have beaten candidate master at this point. At this game in Poland, and he asked me my rating. I said 1400, and he laughed at me. Oh my goodness. I remember this laugh to this day. This was very dumb. This guy just laughed at me that, but you're 1400, you don't know anything. Kurwa jebana. Jak ci zaraz kurwa pokażę, kurwa przyklejony na asfalcie, popierdolony ty. Yeah, I have the same opinions as you. Yeah, yeah. And since I met him twice in Blitz, in once in Title Tuesday and once in on the ladder, he's very. If I give his rating, uh, if I give away his rating, you will know who that is. And I'm not that deep yet to be able to just tell the truth about anyone at any given moment. But once I will be big enough, I will. Trust me about that. Um, but yeah, I beat him twice already. Kurwa, I can tell that it makes me feel good. It makes me feel really good. But French people are that way. Yeah, I'm having some good players here. Yeah, yeah, that was oof. I need to gain 7 more minutes. Sum Sum, I will give you those 7 more minutes. Okay, wait. I have some messages. There's another simul going on right now. Yeah, yeah. I'm just so tired, to be honest. It's been 3 hours that I'm streaming. Maybe it's time for me to just make a break. Sum Sum, I will give you. No, no, I have to earn it. No, 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 no. I am calculating. Okay, I'm calculating now because this position is pretty tough. Please don't waste time on it. In a second. Yeah. Rook C1. What should I play here? What do you think, chat? Should I play Queen D1 or Queen F1? Let's calculate this together. Queen F1 or Queen D1? I am a little bit in big trouble. Big trouble. What should I do? Ay, 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 hard position. Aha, aha, aha. What would you play, guys? Maybe just Queen D1, right? Yeah, Queen D1 feels like the right answer. Yeah, Queen D1. Come on, guys. I need some backseating. I need some backseating. Yeah, on chess.com I also got banned for not for cursing, I remember, but for making the advertisement. Exactly. Basically, I was spamming people with my YouTube channel. The back then Grazon Taka 13. I remember I was just unbearable. Unbearable. Yeah. So that's a little bit of thing. I have some stories about that. But let's just be honest, when someone gets banned and tells you he didn't cheat, come on, you cheated. You cheated. They never falsely ban you. Never, never, never. You know what JC Cray says about time management? He will scream at you, take your time, brother. Yeah. It's been a while since I not King H2, Queen H4, Queen H3 here. Oh, but this is some backseating that in the chat. Yeah. No one chess king. Haha. He wants me to take part in the simul. Let's just see. Okay, I see some games here. One win and one loss. Okay. GG. GG for the win. Winning is never simple. Let me see. Sir, for yours, please say yes or no. No, you will never be disturbed. Create a team. Can you please join? Sure. Okay, let me just GM and IM. I'm not a GM and I'm not an IM. Yeah. Great. No cheat and hack. Be nice and careful. Yeah, be nice and careful. I cannot believe this. Be nice and careful. First time I ever see that. Yeah, perfect. Wait, now I need my own simul. Where am I? Wait. Yeah, exactly. Let me just capture the pawn. I'm winning a. Wait, but the rook is hanging. What am I doing? Oh, I'm just handicapped. What am I doing? Why am I having two Wait, why am I having two simuls going on right now? What is happening? Why do I have two simuls going on? I have two simuls going on. No, I can't be playing two simuls at the same time. I'm very sorry. Really, with all respect, all love, all everything, I simply can't. Okay, I'll just play queen takes, I guess. I simply can't. Are we allowed to talk about moves? I mean, I'm not going to cheat talking your moves. Like, it was obvious anyway. Lol. Yeah, yeah, completely, completely. Yeah, no, no. I mean, sure, I'm tired and everything. But come on, no one's backseating here. You know, if I was backseating you using your moves, I would still lose my candidate master title, even though you can't lose it, and even though it's an online game. So, yeah, here I'm just forgetting about things. I'm just completely forgetting about the things that I'm having on the board. Yeah, some decision making is very hard in this time control. 1 minute. Yeah, yeah. Nice. Nice. Okay, let's just make a draw here. It's winning, but I will just make a draw. This is winning. Nice. Yes, let's just make a draw. Let's just win. Okay, let's just make draws. Okay, let's just resign here. He will win that. Okay, I blundered here. Yeah, terrible. Great. It's going pretty correctly. Wait, am I stupid? I miss queen a3 check. Am I? Yeah, yeah, you miss everything. Yeah, yeah, you miss absolutely everything. Okay, I'm messed up completely. Okay, this is going to be mate. Great. Anyways, goodbye. Thank you very much. I could have won your queen, but instead I focused on the time. Yes, you did. Thank you very much. You know what? Let's just do it that way, guys. I will be stopping the stream slowly, just because I'm getting too tired. Not that I don't like you or anything close to that. Oh, I'm losing this game. Right. Yeah, very impressive. Anyways, goodbye. Yeah, thank you very much for today, guys. It was really a pleasure. We will meet then during the upcoming streams. I will be in some better shape. Thank you again. Keep subscribing, keep following. We are almost 1,340 subscribers on the channel. Road to 100K this year. We can do that. Just a couple more, and we basically have everything. Go subscribe, go check the uploads. The videos are pretty good. I'm teaching a lot of chess stuff. So you will like it. You will like them. And I think we basically have everything. All right. Thank you very much, guys. I will just end those three games. Thanks for the simul. Of course, it's natural. I'm just going back to the three games that I have to end. I have three games that are still going. My real name, FDX, and this guy. I will just turn off. Okay, let's just offer him a draw. Let's just offer him a draw, and let's just offer him a draw. If they accept and we are having this draw, we will basically stop the stream right there. We should be organizing something. I have to play Simul with 100% wins, which is not going to happen, I think, because our there are surely some people that might be cheating. Not there were no cheaters, but I'm pretty sure that if I start a thing, there would be some people that would think, okay, actually I have to beat him. Let's just cheat. Not that it's going to happen or anything, but yeah. Also, Cheesy Shadow is someone that I know, so I don't want him to be feeling badly. By the way, how is it going with your calculation? Uh, don't forget to do those calculation exercises, Cheesy. It is pretty important. Yeah, GG guys. Great. Maybe I should be organizing a tournament, but it's 15 o'clock. I have to go walk. I also have some students in the afternoon. Perfect. We did a draw. How many games are ongoing? Two or three? One game. Only this game is ongoing now. Perfect. I just have to check because I think that I have some students today. I mean, I know that I have some students today. Just have to make sure that we are not making anything wrong. Just checking real quick. I do. Wednesday, 8 a.m. French time on Wednesday morning. Okay. Too early, but then it would be too late for you. To morning person much. I can do some way. Yeah. I am. I am a morning person. But I would need 13. So 7:30 a.m. on Wednesday. Or a little bit later. Um. Oh wait, actually Saturday. Okay. Uh, 8 a.m. Saturday is perfectly fitting to me because I've one lesson before. Okay, on Saturday morning, I usually have lessons in the morning. I'm very sorry, I had someone that wrote to me about some scheduling. Basically Saturday morning, like this morning, I have normally a lesson. Then I have 1 hour free. Then I have a lesson at 9 a.m. And then and then usually we have group classes at 11 a.m. It's just that now the group class doesn't exist anymore. And since I don't want to be spamming people with group classes, because people love group classes. They're a little bit cheaper. They are a little bit longer. We do a lot of things. We're all working together. We're all in a fine group of people that really enjoy chess. So, people do love group classes. It's just that for the moment, I don't have any. So I started to think, okay, why not just reorganize some group classes with some general work, calculation exercises, some practice, and people will, this is something that people used to love. And I just wanted to initiate a new movement that goes towards this direction yet again. And yeah, and that's basically how it works, right? And now I realize that I was having in the morning, so at 11 a.m., so the time I started to stream today. Um, we 11 a.m. Paris time, so Central European time, so CET. Um, and I used to have a lesson at 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. Saturday morning, then a lesson at 9 a.m. Uh, and so I basically have a whole like between 8 and 9, and now it will be filled with another students. Haha, perfect. Gigi, is it really endgame so bad for you? Uh, yes. I mean, I'm lost. I mean, it's a pretty terrible game. Like, it's pretty awful. Yeah, but I think we can try this challenge one day where we just go, full nuts, and we just go like 100 wins in a simul, 100% win in a simul with like 30 people in it. This is something we could be trying eventually. What do you think about that? I think we can try that. Let me just see something because I realize that people really come only for simuls. So I see that we can just get like 27, 30 people. Oh, I'm late. I should have watched this match from starting. Are you showing your thought process and teaching us? So at the beginning of the stream, I was basically giving a masterclass on how to reach 1600 FIDE, playing strength. I recorded it. It will be posted on YouTube. So if you miss the stream, it's okay. You will also see why the chessboard is a little bit weird. But I'm basically teaching you how to reach 1600 in playing strength. And then I basically just for fun. Then I stream for 3 hours nonstop. Perfect. C'est naturel. C'est naturel. Merci à toi. Perfect. So we have everything. I think I have a 50% loss. No, slightly above. So we have 23. We had 36 people in 36 games in a row, with 12 wins, 11 losses. Yeah, and 12 draws. Not good, but it's good. Good, but not good. Anyway, I think. Oh wait, am I blind? 12. No, wait, no, a lot less. 20, 32, not 36. Oh, sorry, 32 games instead of 36. Okay, I won a couple of Blitz in Elo in Blitz, so we have that. Really good. Perfect. You remember me, bro? I talked to you, and I'm 15 years old from Nepal with 2,000 Elo and tried to speed chat. Yeah, I know. Did you actually do those calculation exercises? Good. 1700 Blitz. Okay, brother. I'm confused that should I gain push or bullet rapid in Blitz? Calculation. Calculation exercises. This is what we were talking about. 1600 FIDE is 2000 in rapids. No. Uh, yeah, this is just another thing. I'm very sorry. I will have to go. I will have also sadly other things to do. But next time I will be streaming a little bit longer. Thank you for today. Subscribe to the channel. Go join the Discord. Let me just send the link of the Discord in the chat yet again. Very sorry. Thank you very much. Now I'm confused now. Should I play bullets? Calculation exercises, brother. You're 1700 for the moment. Calculation exercises. Calculation exercises, brother. Brother. Play, analyze, and we have it. You know, for the moment, 80% calculation and then play games. If you want to get better at openings, you play Blitz. If you want to have an overall feeling and prepare for tournaments, and 5-0 or 10-0, but you don't need to play with increments, really. You train calculation with isolated calculation exercises, and then you play games just to get used to your openings and into the positions that you're playing. When you want to get better and get higher at ratings, you do not play uh, positions that are contrary to positions that you're training. If you're playing e4, e5, you do not train d4, d5 structures. You do not train king's Indian structures. You play e4, e5 openings, and therefore you train e4, e5 structures, and therefore you play e4, e5 structures. That's how it goes. And then you do isolated exercises on, based on opening, based on calculation only. Ooh, that was tough. Perfect. Do you have any more questions, guys? If you don't, then I will have to go. Thank you very much for today. See you in the future. The masterclass, for those of you who missed it, will be posted on YouTube very, very soon. Maybe tomorrow. Thank you. See you in the future. Take